Hey, today I want to talk about cooking systems. This is the basic cooking system that I've been using for backpacking for about the last 3 or 4 years now. So it's not the most up-to-date stuff, but it's still pretty cutting edge and works great for me. So first of all, I use the Titan titanium kettle. That's my main cook pot. It's a simple titanium pot with a tight fitting lid. Now the tight fitting lid is good, I'll come back to that. It has 2 titanium handles. It has a pouring spout. It has this clever little lid handle on the lid with a special little bracket so it locks in a standing position. So when you're heating that and it's full of boiling water, this stays cool. It always stays up and out the way of the hot lid. The handle stays surprisingly cool actually. The whole thing weighs 126 grams, and because it has this hole in the lid and it has this little spout, you can pour the water straight out like a kettle. Inside I keep the following things. That is a windshield made by Primus. Pick those up for less than £10, and I'll show you how that works in a second. I have my stove. This is a simple canister top stove, which is the lightest you can get if you're using a gas stove. Not as stable as a remote stove, but very effective. And then I have my light my fire lighter. These are great things. All of this will fit into the Titan kettle with a 100-gram gas cartridge in there as well, so that makes a brilliant compact system. The other thing I like about it is, unlike some of these backpacking canteens you can get, this doesn't have any sharp edges on it at all. It's all quite smooth, and also because the lid holds on, you can just put it in your pack like that with everything in, your gas cartridge in, and you're good to go. You don't need to put it in a mesh bag, you don't have to have a strap around it, anything like that. Okay, I'll show you how the stove all fits together. This is a 250 cartridge. The 250 cartridge will fit in the kettle with a lid on as well. Unfortunately, you can't quite fit the stove in underneath, even though the stove is very compact. This is the Optimus Crux. This design has been around for a few years. It weighs just over 80 grams, and I love the design. There are lighter canister top stoves you can get, but none are going to pack down as small as that. You can get canister stoves that weigh about 50 grams now, but for the sake of an extra 30 grams, I love the fact that it's so compact. I love this design. So it has a ball joint there, it snaps on. These pot supports come out, and the control for the gas, you have to make sure that it's switched off. And there you are, ready to go. Now this thing is, well, your one problem, or one of your problems with a canister top stove is obviously if you're out on the trail, conditions are usually not ideal. So you're going to have wind, you're going to have all sorts of things. So when you've got your pot on there, you're going to lose a lot of power. It's going to slow you down if you're not getting all of the heat going to your pot. So you've got to think about windshields. Now you can have a windshield that goes all the way around. There you can make quite a light system with some quite thick tin foil, something like that. The problem is you're going to be heating up the gas canister as well, which potentially is quite dangerous. So this thing is a cool thing because it just snaps around here, and you've got a fantastic windshield there, but it's only protecting the flame. It's not heating up your gas bottle at all, and it's the perfect size to go with a Titan kettle. Almost looks like they were made for each other. So I'll just spark the thing up. The best way is to There you go. This thing is pretty powerful. I don't know if you can still hear me over the roar. It's a 3000 watt burner, which is pretty damn good. I don't even normally use it on full. I normally use it on about half, because there's basically, if your flames are going up the side of your pot, you're just wasting gas. So that's on about half setting, and with the windshield, that's perfect. I normally put it this sort of way around. It means the handles stay cool. Oh, it's hot. So there you go. That's my cooking system. Downsides of that is that, in my opinion, pots like this are only really good for boiling water. People do cook beans in them, cook other kinds of food in them, but I personally wouldn't want to do that, because titanium conducts very well, but you get very hot spots. It's not like your pan at home with a big thick bottom. Stuff, if you're not very careful, is going to burn on. I don't want to spend all day scraping stuff out of the titanium pan, and also these things are quite expensive. They cost 40–50 pounds, and personally I prefer to keep it pristine. So in my opinion, it's best for just boiling water for brews and for rehydrating meals, that sort of thing. Boil in the bag, maybe you could do in there. So in my next video I'm going to talk about good camp cooking utensils if you want to do something that's a little bit more advanced with your cooking. Okay, great. See you soon.